to The Hub on Hollywood, an iHeartRadio podcast. I'm your co-host, James Rojas.
I'm the other co-host, Jamie Blanco.
On this week's episode, two big blue heroes fly into theaters in 2027. One wears a cape and one's a dog. The Karen Reed miniseries. The saga continues. New cast, a role of the titular character has been announced. We will get into that. Could Alien Earth, streaming on Disney Plus, be this year's best show? I think it's definitely in the running. And some local casting and filming news. But Jamie, first of all, welcome back. I feel like we've been on this hiatus, and now we're back on the Hub train.
Back on that Hub train with the Hub Club, surfing the waves of Hollywood East here, which are tumultuous and busy, which is really, really wonderful. I know it feels like it's been forever, though, James. Is that you, James?
We're dusting off the cobwebs, dusting them all off.
We needed a little break, that's all. Some vacations and whatnot.
Well, you know what? You and I may be on a perpetual vacation if we happen to be the winners of the Powerball jackpot. So, do you play the jackpot often?
Not often, but Ron, my husband, bought tickets for this.
Yeah. As of this recording, it's up to $1.8 billion, the second largest Powerball jackpot lottery in history. So it got me
entirely too much money. Entirely too much.
How dare you? It is never too much money. In this economy, how dare you? No, but no, that's great. So, of course, and as of this recording, nobody's won yet. My wife and I also have tickets. If we do win, you'll never hear from me again.
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'll let you know. I'll let you know via a very expensive carrier pigeon that we've flew the nest.
I appreciate that. Yeah, because you have to go in hiding, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even that much money.
I don't know, in Massachusetts, do you have to reveal yourself?
I think so. I think it's all public, yeah.
I think they recommend that you hire a trust, right? And then the trust accepts it on your behalf and gives it, I don't know. But there are ways to try to...
It's a good tip.
Yeah,
You're ready.
Save your anonymity. But that news and another piece of news got me thinking, if we won, what would we buy? Did you hear that Darth Vader's original lightsaber from The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi went up for auction, and it's sold for $3.65 million.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's a bit much.
Set a Star Wars record.
I'm surprised it's not more, to be
I think that's a lot.
It is.
Yeah. But I know they have different swords. So there's one that, that hangs on his lapel for movie prop scenes. And then there's the one you practice, actual fighting with. And then there are other ones that you had to switch in and out. I don't know. So I don't know which one this was. I didn't read the full article. But $3.65 million. That got me thinking, Jamie, what movie prop would you buy and or make into a real life object or thing? I got a couple ideas. Okay,
all right. Well, first of all, I would buy back that lightsaber, that Darth Vader lightsaber, and give it to my aunt, who's the biggest Star Wars fan in the galaxy. But what about you, James? What's on your list?
So I actually have two Star Wars related. It's funny. I was going through all these props lists and what I would get and buy, and a lot of stuff in Star Wars I would want to buy. But one would be Luke's original lightsaber. I would buy that.
Okay.
And also, I would also buy R2-D2. However, I would have AI installed, and so he'd actually be alive and real, and real R2-D2.
Oh my God!
I think that would be legit.
Is that is AI advanced enough to make an R2-D2 that you would want to trust your life with. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, I don't know if this one will be as sassy or as deadly as the one in the movies, but we're going to have AI upgrades for years, for decades.
That's true.
If not for millennia. So this thing is only going to get better. And so we are heading into a real Star Wars future. And R2-D2, I want him on by my side. So I think that'd be a good pick.
There we go. Okay, I think that's a great pick. But James, I think you're thinking too small. I think you are limiting yourself, because the number here that you are going to be winning, it's got a B, right? Not an M. Like, this is in the billions of dollars. So, I mean, that's a lot of power right there. I would say, instead of buying a movie prop, can I just buy Adam Driver? Would that be a possibility?
Jamie.
Okay, maybe no human trafficking. Okay.
No human trafficking. The Hub on Hollywood does not condone human trafficking or the kidnapping of Adam Driver.
Forget that idea. How about this? Can we bioengineer porgs? Let's bioengineer porgs. You know, the little animals from the sequel trilogy? Yes. Let's just get our finest scientists on that, so that these little creatures can be real and that they can be mine.
I think that's doable. I think with enough money, you can
that's
if not a
more
porg,
doable.
something horrifically similar to it that would probably be begging for death. But my second
quality of life. Oh my god.
I know.
I'm sorry.
That's what you want. That's what you want. That's what you billionaires want. Whatever you guys want.
All right.
Whatever
Never
it takes.
mind.
I don't know.
You suck. Anyways, what else is on your list?
What else is on my list? The Austin Powers Jaguar. You know, the Jaguar that has like the British flag emblazoned all over it. It's a 1967 Jaguar E-Type Roadster. And I think that would look sick. Just rolling down the street in a Jaguar. I like saying
Jaguar.
That.
I don't know what kind of...
Yeah.
That's are you going to be dressed as Austin Powers? Are you going to have
baby
hanging out the window and all of that? Because that's the only way you can drive it.
Yeah, I thought about like maybe like a Batmobile, maybe a DeLorean, maybe like the mystery wagon, but those aren't very practical. And I think, I don't know, they wouldn't be the most fun to drive realistically. But I think the Jaguar covers the basis of like something that's iconic, something that's sleek, and something that you can use every day to pay up groceries or go to daycare. I don't know. It has that ejector button, so you can eject if you need to.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it's got all those gadgets, right? It's got all the spy gear. A solid choice. On the vein of cars, vein of movie Cars, I just wanted to give a shout out to Theo of Wheels on Reels, who does a lot of movie cars, especially for film and television here in New England. We were having this conversation just yesterday. If you could have any movie car, what would it be, right?
Yeah.
And his pick, and I totally agree, would be the car from Blues Brothers. The original Blues Brothers car, the old, police car that they transform into their vehicle. It's a 1974 Dodge Monaco sedan. Made for the original 1980s Blues Brothers.
That's a good one.
Bonus points if it has like the big speaker on the roof that you can just blast Blues Brothers music from as you drive around. You might want to get one that has like a working engine. I know like the one in the movie is a piece of crap, but that's what makes it the best. That's what makes it, so wonderful and with character and whatnot. So shout out to Theo. We had that discussion yesterday. I think that's something that I would need to have with $1 billion. Sure, I need the Bluesmobile.
My final outlandish picks would be. My wife said that she would love to get the doors from Jurassic Park that open the gates,
cool.
those two doors.
Yeah,
of course, we'd buy a big, disgusting mansion, and then you'd have the Jurassic Park doors, that you go in and out,
leading into your mansion. Mm-hmm.
And I said that I would buy the T-Rex, and so plop that prop in the backyard somewhere, and let it do its thing. I think that'd be great. Yeah, for $1 billion, I think that's very doable.
For $1 billion, you can make real dinosaurs. You can take the entire plot of
Have you
Jurassic
not learned
Park
the lesson
and
from Jurassic Park, Jamie?
we've learned no lessons. We've only learned that it's entertaining and makes money. So let's make bad choices. My final pick, James, since we're going outlandish and wild, I would have to go with the Going Merry, which is the ship from the from One Piece and the live action One Piece that's being shot in South Africa. That is Luffy's ship. So I need a pirate ship, and I would like to have the actual Going Merry. I don't know where I'm gonna park it.
There are docks everywhere.
There's docks everywhere. You know, I'll make my nice little castle on the sea or something like that. But that would be my last pick. And besides that, I would just get myself into One Piece somehow. Grease some bombs.
With that much money, you could be so eccentric and wild, and people will think you're brilliant. But let us know, those watching and listening, what movie prop, vehicle prop, or even like a movie house would you purchase if you won how much is it, $1.8 billion Powerball jackpot? Comment down below. If you are watching, please, thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking and sharing and joining the conversation. If you are not able to watch us, don't worry. We are able to be heard all over wherever you get podcasts, on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. We're there. We're also on social media. So we're at Hub on Hollywood on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I feel like there's other stuff. I don't know. We're everywhere.
Yeah, we're around.
Look around.
Just find us. Exactly. Do some work. But
some
James,
work.
Speaking of work, James, speaking of work, wow, there is just so many projects going on, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound like facetious, like, wow.
You sound so facetious right now. I was just going to say that word.
I feel, this is my wonderful acting. Don't you like it? But no, for real, James, there is so much work right now, and the rest of the country is jealous. New England movies and film sort of exploding right now in the last couple of months. So I just want to read off for you, James, some of the things that are happening right now. This is the part of the show where we like to get you in the movies. So right now, Super Troopers 3. Super Troopers 3 is filming right now. In Maynard and the surrounding areas, Boston Casting is handling that one. Did you watch the original Super Troopers? I didn't know there was a 2. Yeah.
I didn't see the second one, but I did see the first, and I've seen that one
Comedic
a million
cult
times.
classic, yeah. So they are back for the next installment, and whatever that ludicrousness is, I'm sure it'll be very entertaining to watch. That is filming now through the next couple of months. So Boston Casting, they are who you want to connect with. Set up a free account, get the emails, get cast in the background, or if you want to go for a day player role or more, reach out, let them know, hey, I want to audition. Also through Boston Casting, Cheesesteak, starring Mark Wahlberg, is filming in the Boston area, mostly in the Boston area. So Mark Wahlberg plays a truck driver with an autistic savant son, and it's supposed to be this sweet father-son bonding story. Really wonderful kind of story. And this one is also now underway. A lot of children that they need for this one. So I've actually been getting a lot of casting notifications for my son. And it's really great. So lots of kids at play places or Dave and Buster's or school scenes or parks and things like that. So lots of opportunities to get your kids on screen for Cheesecake. Also actively filming right now through December.
I thought you said cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, then you said cheesecake.
No, not cheesecake. Cheesesteak.
Both are good.
Cheesesteak. Yeah, both are good. You're right. Let's have both.
Yeah.
Dead City Season 3 is back. and filming in Randolph and all around Massachusetts. So look out for that. That's getting underway shortly. They're going to be filming throughout the rest of the year. And let's see, we've got a bunch of big ones that just wrapped up. Like, listen to this list in just the last couple of months as far as like big feature films and shows go. We had Flashlight, Tony, Blue Bloods, Ghost Rider with Glenn Powell and J.J. Abrams, that just wrapped up in Rhode Island. Remain with Jake Gyllenhaal and M. Night Shyamalan, also wrapped in Rhode Island. It's just been really great. After COVID and after dual writing, writing and acting strikes, it's been a struggle. And so it's really great to see all of these projects back, to thousands of people being employed by all of this. But James, apparently we are doing possibly better here in Hollywood East than in Hollywood itself.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening in the Los Angeles area, but they're reporting that production, on-location production in the greater Los Angeles area, which is where you're from, was down 22% for the first quarter of this year. It's one of the worst years on record other than COVID for the film industry. And people have been talking about whether, what is drawing productions away? Well, one of the things that's bringing productions to our region are very generous film tax credits. So they're in California, they're talking about, doubling their tax incentives and their other incentives to get film back. But I don't know, James, does that just sound strange to you that Hollywood is drying up and going elsewhere?
Like this. It's just getting worse. And so you hope for the shocking twist in the story would be if it rebounded very well, but this is just going down it's going down the same path that we have been seeing over the past several years. And we hear that a lot of more studios are not only filming in other parts of the country, but also other parts of the world. And because, especially in like Saudi Arabia, their tax credits are very, very good. And a lot of incentives to go film over there. Jordan, I've been hearing that country has been really getting more popular with film studios. So you have companies that are willing to fly cast and crew across the sea because it's cheaper that way still to make films. I do like that, we hear that the governor in California has been talking about, I don't know how far in progress this is, but talking about increasing tax incentives over there to bring people back. I was watching, what show was it? It was the original The Adventures of Superman, back from like 1940s and 50s, randomly late night, Me TV. I don't know what channel that is over here locally, but the old black and white Superman live action show was on, and at the end of it, it shows like filmed in Hollywood, California. And watching that made me kind of sad of like, oh my goodness, like everything used to be filmed in Hollywood, in Southern California, up and down the state, because you have so many different type of like ecosystems and different type of different types of geography or resources that were available. And those still are there. It's just that, people financially, it doesn't make more sense when you can go elsewhere where, again, those tax breaks, tax incentives are more attractive. So, I don't know. Sad to see that it's continuing to go down this path, but I don't know. They need a big shakeup to reverse course.
To reverse course, but we are glad that we are getting projects here in the New England region. So we'll see how things continue to shake up, but you gotta change. States and places and locales need to evolve, and Hollywood needs to evolve. You can't just sit back and rely on the fact that we're just Hollywood. Everything can and will and always will be made here. So we'll see what happens from there. We want to see everybody working, right? We're not just like, ha, we stole it from you. We want to see everybody. Like, oh, are you? All right, no. Send all of your hate mail to James Rojas at blah, blah, blah.
I'm advocating for New England actors right now, just because I'm over here.
That's
if I moved back over there, I'd be advocating for Hollywood. I'm kidding.
Dang, man.
You just want studios to be filming movies where it makes sense. So if you are
That's right.
filming a movie that's based in California, it should maybe be made in California, or something that's based on the East Coast. Maybe shoot it on the East Coast. So I think, if possible, do that.
And so here's a question for you. Here's a question for you, kind sir. There is a real life drama that unfolded here in New England, and I'm wondering if you think it will be filmed here. But we're hearing that this is a real thing that is moving forward, an upcoming limited series about the Karen Reed trial, and they have some casting announcements on this, right?
Yeah, first we got word that Ben Affleck, there are rumors that Ben Affleck could be working with Aidan Kearney, a.k.a. Turtle Boy, and so there are people rumoring around saying, oh, Ben Affleck's going to be making the Karen Reed movie. Now we hear that there's going to be a miniseries, and Elizabeth Banks will be playing Karen Reed. I'm not going to even try to guess who else may be playing other real life people in this case. But Elizabeth Banks, I feel like she did another. Oh, wasn't she Megyn Kelly recently in that movie about the whole Fox News and sexual assault investigation? Was she in that?
I'm not sure.
Remember?
I'm not sure if it was her. But I know what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Not sure, but she's so Elizabeth Banks has been in a number of things lately, and apparently now she's going to be playing Karen Reed. And she is also a native of Massachusetts. I don't know if you knew this. So Elizabeth Banks is from Pittsfield, Massachusetts, and she was also named the Hasty Pudding Theatrical Woman of the Year at Harvard back in 2020. So she's a great actress, but again, I am sort of on I'm on the fence on this one. I'm sort of on the icky side as far as whether this needs to be made.
We're too close to it. We are way too close to it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geography-wise, not the case-wise.
Yeah. That's a good, important distinction to make.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Where were you the night of such and such? No. But so
if you're gonna cast anybody as Karen Reed, Elizabeth Banks is not a bad pick. So we'll see how who else gets cast in that miniseries and how well that does. I'm sure it'll pop up. I don't know where, if they have a studio where it's going to be airing either on Netflix or Hulu or what have you, but people will watch it because people can't get enough of that story. Jamie, you know what else people can't get enough of?
True crime. What?
The Man of Steel himself, Superman.
Woo!
Yeah. So James
I love
Gunn,
those
he says
transitions.
the next movie in his DCU universe that's going to be coming out, I believe it's going to be Supergirl. So we saw Supergirl make an appearance in Superman, the recent film, and now Warner Brothers has just announced that Superman: Man of Tomorrow will be released in July of 2027. Again, this comes after he teased the follow-up to his summer hit, just weeks after it came out, and was a big, fans were fawning over this movie, myself included. So 2027, a big year for Superman, the Boy Scout in blue. But speaking about blue, Jamie, are you a fan of Bluey?
I am a fan of Bluey. Bluey's a big hit in our house and many households all over the world who have small children and care about kindness and joy and yay Bluey. So
yay Bluey.
Bluey movie?
Yeah, an upcoming Bluey movie announced from Disney and BBC Studios. They said that the CG animated feature based on the hit Australian animated children's series is set for a global theatrical release in August of 2027. Right. My daughter, she's 2. She loves the character Bluey and the Bluey family. We have little toys, and we go to there's a Bluey experience near our home where you can walk into Bluey's home because they've transformed this entire play place, and so you have the kitchen, the living room, bedrooms, everything. She goes crazy for that. She's not a big fan of the show. Not that she doesn't like it. It's just that she may not be old enough to grasp some of the concepts or stuff like that. Again, she's 2, and maybe it's not too flashy for her to have like her attention focused on it just yet, but she does like the character Bluey. So maybe in 2027 she'll be older and a little more appreciative of the story. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I like Bluey.
All right. Yay! And what's wonderful about Bluey is just all the themes that they hit, and it's just so heartfelt and well done. And it's just as much of a delight for parents as it is for kids. So, yay, Bluey!
Gotta love
but
the
do we know
themes
is
and
it
beans.
what's that?
The themes and beans.
Yeah.
Again, I don't watch that many episodes of the show, but are beans a big part of the show?
I think it's just something she likes to say. Do we know if...
Yeah, the reason why I ask is because the Bluey experience, then the kitchen, they have like cabinets full of cans of beans. So I figure it's a big, pivotal part of the show. I don't know.
I think they just like beans. James, do we know if this is going to be a theatrical release?
Yes, theatrical, coming out 2027, hitting theaters globally.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
There was so I imagine that Bluey would do very well. It has this, base that's already ready to go out there and want to consume it and make it. I just wanted to mention real quick, K-pop Demon Hunters, now officially the most watched animated original on Netflix ever. And people were speculating or talking about how this may have been a fumble on Sony's part, because this is a Sony animated movie that they sold off to Netflix, to the streaming services, not knowing whether or not it would have success in a theatrical release. But the demand was so great that they actually had a limited theatrical release for K-pop Demon Hunters back the weekend of my birthday in late August. And it did incredibly well. It actually brought in more money than Elio did from Pixar. So I just think that, I don't know. What do you think about that? I thought it was amazing. I think that you should believe more in projects like that, and also in the power of K-pop, apparently. But I want to see more of that.
Yeah, Sony isn't known for making great decisions. I think the only great recent decision they made was regarding the Spider-Verse films. But everything else, they think, what would a good studio do? And they usually do the opposite.
Do the opposite.
So this doesn't surprise me. But yeah, hey, if you can, do a theatrical release, kind of like with the Knives Out films, for a couple weeks, then go to Netflix or wherever it's streaming. So
and I wanted to, and that's like this. You remember we were talking about the Netflix CEO who's like, "Oh, we don't need movie theaters anymore. Everything can be just enjoyed at home," and and then they go and they do the theatrical, the limited theatrical release for K-pop Demon Hunters, and they bring in all of this money because people want to see films like that on the big screen. So the CEO doesn't know what he's talking about. Look at them. They're just proving themselves wrong. Yeah. Go theaters.
Boo. Boo Netflix.
Boo.
Well, somebody who has never received a boo in his life is Mr. John Candy, the late John Candy. It was just announced the trailer, which we have up on our Hub on Hollywood YouTube page. Check it out. It's called John Candy, I Like Me. It's a documentary filmed by Colin Hanks, the son of Tom Hanks, and an actor himself, great actor himself. And it is painting a portrait of the Canadian actor, beloved actor John Candy, who of course, who has been in so many movies that have become a staple in many of our lives, many generations. And one thing I like about this trailer, again, just kind of like a montage. Snippets of interviews of who they've brought on to talk about John. And it's a great list. You have, of course, John Candy's children in the documentary that's coming out on October 10th. Macaulay Culkin, who was, obviously John Candy was in Uncle Buck, was in Home Alone. Tom Hanks is in this documentary. Steve Martin, Martin Short, Conan O'Brien, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Eugene Levy, Catherine O'Hara, Dave Thomas. So while my wife and I were watching the trailer, we both got a little teary-eyed just because of how much of a joy John Candy was and still is. Obviously the movies still exist, and you still get that personality, that kindness, that I don't know, that loving nature, the sense that you get from that man. So this is a documentary that I'm really looking forward to.
And there's something else that you're watching that's out of this world, or is it in this world?
and on Earth, both taking place in both places. Alien Earth. It is the new series that is taking America and the Earth by storm, streaming on Disney+. Are you a fan of the Alien franchise?
I'm not a big horror, but yes, I mean in general the originals, and I appreciate them for what they are and what they've done for filmmaking.
Yeah.
But I'm too chicken to watch them myself. Really?
No,
okay.
She hasn't seen. Well, she's not a big horror film person, and so she hasn't seen Alien or Aliens, which I think are the best ones. The funny thing about this show, is that one of the episodes, the last episode that came out, episode 5 of this season, is being called the second best Alien movie. So each episode, they're around 50 minutes. The last one was an hour and 5 minutes or so. And it's a solid, first act, second act, third act kind of a thing. And it's a great series. And I think it's in the running for being one of the best shows of 2025. For those who are unfamiliar with Alien Earth plot, it is about when a mysterious space vessel crash lands on Earth, a young woman and a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threats, starring Sidney Chandler, Timothy Olyphant, who is amazing in this show, stealing every scene that he's in. I love his character in this. Also, Alex Lothar, who also played a role in Andor, which I think is also in the running for one of the best shows of this year. But great stuff. Do you have any interest in watching Alien Earth?
I know that my husband would absolutely love that.
Tell him. Right now, it's five episodes in. They come out each Tuesday, so he has plenty of opportunity to binge right now. And again, episode 5. Each one has been great.
Bust out the popcorn machine. Yay! Okay, I will let him know for sure, because that is right up his alley, and we've got a popcorn machine now.
Ooh.
So it sounds like a really nice TV night for sure.
Now,
but
you're
something
watching
else
a show too. Would you say your show is in the running for best show of 2025?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it is pretty good.
I'll take it.
But I was entertained. Let's say I watched the first episode of The Paper, which is the new spin-off of The Office that is out now. I think that it is definitely preserving that tone. So for those of you who don't know, which you should have watched The Office sometime in your life, if not, what's wrong with you? It follows a documentary crew that is following the regular lives of these people. And in this case, in The Paper, it's a small town newspaper. And it stars Donald Gleason and a number of other people. Oscar Nunez, sorry, played by Oscar Martinez, reprising his role from the original Office. He's the only cast member from The Office who is reprising his role in this, and he's now an accountant at this small newspaper. And I just feel like it's a little too on the nose for my comfort as a journalist. James, it opens up, and this is not too much of a spoiler, but it opens up with the grand history of this newspaper, of this local paper, and how they used to have bureaus all over the world, and they would throw money into it, and journalism was so important. And fast forward to today, where they're just picking stories off of the AP and dropping them into a newsletter.
Yeah.
And they're scraping cookies, the data that they get from the people who use their website. At one point, they make a joke about how they're getting more information from their readers than readers get from them. And oh my God, it hits you when you have been in journalism and you've sort of seen the decline of the industry in some ways. But obviously it has that comedic tone. Donald Gleason, I think, really steals the show as someone who is coming in and wants to bring the true spirit of journalism back to the paper. I love him. I love his energy. I love
Isn't
seeing
he in
him
Star
on
Wars,
screen.
the new Star Wars
Yes.
movies? Yeah, right?
Yes. He's one of the bad guys from Star Wars, from the sequel trilogy. So very happy to see him back in this role because he's wonderful and I love him and I just want to see him in more things. So The Paper, you can watch it now. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. I don't know that it will be better than the original Office, rather the American Office. But we'll see. I think it's worth giving it a chance.
It got renewed for a second season, so
already.
maybe,
so that's great.
Yeah, is it Peacock?
I want to say yes.
Yeah,
Hold
so
on.
I think maybe Peacock thinks, okay, maybe it has legs, as stories often do sometimes. So The Paper,
Yes,
I
Peacock.
don't have Peacock, so I'm gonna keep asking you what's going on and how you like it. Lastly, speaking about something that I like and I watched recently during our little hiatus was Weapons, the new horror film starring Julia Garner and Josh Brolin. Did you hear about this one?
No, tell me.
So Weapons came out a couple weeks ago. It's about a group. It takes place in, I forget what state, but kind of small, kind of city / town. And there's an elementary school teacher who has 30 or so students in her classroom. And then one night at 2:17 in the morning, all of her students run out of their homes and run into the woods, not to be seen again. And that's where the story picks up, except for one child in that classroom who was the only one who did not disappear, who was not seen on Ring doorbell camera running down the street, at 2:17, all these kids leaving and nobody knowing what happened. And then the whole town and Josh Brolin's character accusing the teacher of being somehow responsible for their disappearance. And it's really, really good. It's a really good horror film with some comedic moments, some really great cinematography and filmmaking in this. So people are raving about this movie, have been raving about this movie. So if you are a horror fan, Weapons, check it out. I think it's still in the theaters right now, so check it out while you can, because that's a good one. So yeah, some good stuff that we need to watch during our hiatus.
And they should check us out here at the Hub on Hollywood. James, where can they follow us?
Everywhere, Jamie. They can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Hub on Hollywood. You can also follow Jamie on Instagram at LadyJam21, myself on Instagram, James Rojas News, or on Blue Sky at James Rojas. You can also, of course, subscribe, like, follow, comment, all that jazz on YouTube. We are around 670. We're trying to reach 700 by the end of this year. The funny thing is, we've been on hiatus, a little vacation mode for the past couple weeks, and our numbers have stagnated because we haven't been releasing anything. So we're back. We're bringing you the latest filmmaking news in New England and giving you our hot takes on shows and movies that we're watching as well. You can also listen to us on anywhere you're streaming for your podcasts. We're there. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Listen, like, follow, all that jazz helps out. Jamie.
James.
You know what we haven't done in a long time?
Yes.
We haven't done Cinequote.
Cinequote!
Yeah, and for those who are unfamiliar, this is basically kind of like Wordle, but except for a word of the day, it's a mystery movie of the day, and you have to find out what movie it is based on quotes that are given from the film. You have up to 5 guesses, 5 quotes to get it right. And I think from our last run, we're on a 12-game win streak. So we're doing pretty well.
Okay. All right,
Jamie,
let's see if we can keep that alive.
Yeah, let's play today's game. If you want to play along with us, this is 996, today's game. Let's play this in 3, 2, and 1.
What do you say we give these fellas a ride?
Yay! New friends!
All aboard the Nelson Express!
This sounds very familiar. Like that voice
Yes.
is very familiar. It sounds like a Bob Odenkirk somehow or similar.
No, it sounds like it does sound a little bit like Bob Odenkirk. No, it's the dude from like the American Vacation, Lampoon's National Vacation.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah, isn't that Chevy Chase? Let me hear it again.
Yeah.
What do you say we give these fellas a ride?
Yay! New friends!
All aboard the Nelson Express!
No, that's not him.
No? Okay. Maybe it's because I have my headphones on.
There's a
wanna
little
take a
bit that
guess?
kind of sounds like Seth Rogen, like that middle quote, like a little bit with several people talking at the same time. But I don't think so. But I'm okay with going to the next quote.
Okay, let's try the next one.
Let's go next quote, and we are guessing in 3, 2, 1.
She will be coronated at London's historic Westminster Abbey. If I wasn't so polite, I'd say this spells certain doom for the country, if not the world. But I'm so very polite that I shall keep my mouth shut.
Oh man, now I don't know.
It's like it's not Monty Python or something. I don't know.
No, but we can put it in just to get that out of the way.
Yeah, just a guess.
Let's see.
Monty Python.
Python.
No.
No. Okay, next
Okay.
quote.
Let's go in 3, 2, 1.
Who's this handsome herb fella? No, my name is Blurb. I'm a dungeon master. Prepare for torture, which I do.
Why does this sound so familiar?
It does sound familiar. Say handsome
Who's
perp.
this handsome herb fella? No, my name is Blurb. I'm a dungeon master.
Is this? No, it's.
I'm a dungeon.
I do.
I
Yes.
don't think this is the movie, but for some reason I'm thinking like, what's the one where it's an animated one with Will Ferrell, Brad Pitt, Tina Fey? Not Brainiac.
Megamind?
Megamind. I don't know why.
No.
It's not Megamind. Yeah.
I guess we got to go to the next one.
This is a tough one. Okay. So
It
next
is. Oh,
quote in 3, 2, 1.
Have you decided which of these 3 gentlemen you'll go on a date with? Is it Bob,
Yeah! Go, Bob!
Kevin,
知らねえ Kevin!
or will it be Stuart?
Oh, yo, Stuart!
Gosh, this is so hard. They all sounded so cute.
So one of the Minions movies.
Yeah. But there's so many Minions movies.
Maybe the first one? I don't know. Minions.
Is it The Rise of Gru?
I don't think it's The
Is it
Rise of
the-
Gru.
Okay, let's try
Maybe
the
it
original
is.
Minions.
I don't know. I haven't seen these ones. Do you want to do the first one? Minions?
Yeah, let's try the first one.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. It is.
It is! Yay! Okay.
Okay. Okay. Have you seen Minions or no? Are your kids into that?
I guess. I saw the original, but way back, and only
Yeah.
once. So, okay. But
All right.
that's why it sounded vaguely familiar.
All
All
right, 4
right, Minions.
guesses.
Did you
Not bad.
guys get it?
Not bad.
All right, we maintain our streak. We
Woot.
continue to be winners.
Absolutely. And you are a winner, too, for joining us here on the Hub on Hollywood. If you stuck through the entire thing, whether you listened or watched. Again, we are back after our little mini vacation. Vacation is so exhausting when you have little kids with you. Like,
Yes.
I realize that.
There was
but
nothing really relaxing about
Absolutely
traveling
not.
with
But
kids.
this is kind of relaxing. Hopefully those listening and watching found this a little bit of relaxing. But join us next week where we have more reviews, more takes, more New England filming, casting news. We want to get you on screen, whether it's big or small. Both are great. But Jamie, for our first episode back, I think this went very well.
Yes, exactly. I agree.
Yay.
Woohoo! Here's hoping that we win the mega ball, the Powerball. What is
Again,
it called?
if we do win the Powerball jackpot, this will be the final episode of the Hub on Hollywood.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
fun. Thank you so much. Or
Yeah.
you'll see us in a brand new studio.
Nice knowing you. Ooh, a sparkly
Yeah.
new studio from an undisclosed location.
Absolutely, on an island of Hawaii.
Right. Right.
But you don't know which
exactly.
island in Hawaii. That's the kicker.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Well, thank you so much again for following us, watching us, liking us, and subscribing to us for the Hub on Hollywood. I'm James.
I'm Jamie. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good luck on the Powerball.
Only for me, though.
Woo. Only for you. Only for James.
Yes.